The US military's reconnaissance on China is inherently multidimensional. In the air, the US conducts up to 2,000 reconnaissance flights over the Yellow Sea, East and South China Seas per year. At sea, US ocean surveillance ships have also been operating near China on a regular basis. Operating under a military Sealift Command Special Mission Program, the Taegos ships gather underwater acoustical data in support of anti-submarine warfare missions. Developed during the Cold War, the first Taegos ships were the Stalwart class, of which 18 were built and all were decommissioned by 2004. After the dissolution of the Soviet Union, attention shifted to China. Currently, the US Navy operates 5 Taegos ships, 4 Victoria-class ships, Taegos 19-22, that entered service between 1991 and 1993, and 1 Impeccable-class ship, Taegos 23, that entered service in 2000. According to the annual report of the US Navy's Military Sealift Command, all 5 Taegos ships have been assigned to the US 7th Fleet as early as 2012, with China as a clear target. In the first half of 2021, the intensity of US maritime reconnaissance efforts represented by the Taegos ships continued to increase. All 5 ships in the US inventory carried out surveillance missions in the South China Sea, though with little public attention. SCSPI mapped out the paths through AIS data, with their activities showing the following features. Firstly, the Paracel Islands and Macclesfield Bank have become the surveillance priority. The sea area is of more than 2,000 metres depth, with a complex hydrological environment, which is a perfect place for underwater and anti-submarine operations. In the first half of 2021, the Taegos ships conducted intensive surveillance operations near these waters. Secondly, the deployment of the Taegos ships to the South China Sea have shown a regular pattern. In 161 days out of 181 days of the first half of 2021, there was at least 1 ocean surveillance ship operating in the South China Sea. In terms of a rotation, usually 1 Taegos ship would not leave the South China Sea until another entered the region, achieving a near-persistent presence. On average, each operated in the South China Sea for 10 to 40 days. Thirdly, with effective coordination with other platforms, the Taegos ships are actively integrated into wider US operations. When the Taegos ships conduct surveillance missions near the Paracel Islands and Macclesfield Bank, US Navy destroyers and maritime patrol aircraft, for example P-8A Poseidons, would also be operating nearby to support each other. In addition, there would also be coordination between the Taegos ships. For instance, from February 15th to March 28th, the Loyal and Impeccable were respectively stationed at the east and west ends of the Bashi Channel, conducting joint surveillance on this important waterway. In addition, the activities of the Taegos ships are more targeted. As shown in the figure, the points that are clustered are the regions of interest. A new feature shown in the first half of 2021 is that the operating area of the Taegos ships have further expanded into waters west of the Paracel Islands. By closely monitoring China's underwater activities, the Taegos ships could analyse the operating areas and routes of China's submarines in key regions, thereby providing intelligence support for anti-submarine operations. The Taegos ships use the Surveillance Towed Array Sensor System, SIRTAS, and Low-Frequency Active Sonar, LFA, to detect submarines. The data collected by the Taegos ships can also be processed and transmitted via satellite to shore stations for anti-submarine warfare evaluation. The active part of the system, LFA, with a length of 400 feet and weight of 155 tons, is a set of acoustic transmitters suspended on a cable beneath the ship that produce sound between 100 and 500 Hz, with a source level of approximately 215 underwater decibels. The passive part of the system, SIRTAS, with a length of 2,614 metres, which is trailed behind the ship, detects returning echoes reflected from submerged objects. When conducting surveillance missions, the Taegos ships operate at a slow speed of 3 knots. In addition, Taegos ships have a special design called Small Waterplane Area Twin Hull, SWAF, which enables greater stability under adverse weather conditions. As one of the indispensable parts of a modern navy, the ocean surveillance ship is viewed with great importance by countries around the world. The US Navy has proposed a budget to build 7 Taegos X ships, of which each is estimated to cost about $400 million to replace the current 5 in-service ocean surveillance ships. With the new class of ocean surveillance ships entering service in due course, the frequency and intensity of the US military's maritime surveillance activities in the South China Sea will likely be further enhanced.